Hey guys, Desolate Magic here, and it's time for another overlooked but awesome card. This card comes from the very underrated set, Journey into Nyx. There were some very amazing cards in that set. And it was a 2-cost mythic. It's also fairly cheap. I'm actually surprised that it is $3, but then again, that set wasn't very heavily opened. I'm going to take a wild guess, though, that it's not 50 cents because some people put it into some decks because, oh my gosh, just wait until you see this card. Are you ready for this? Buckle up if you have a seatbelt. Wait, if you have a seatbelt, but you're not wearing it, you probably should be wearing it regardless. What the heck is wrong with you? The guy from The Odd Ones Out is going to be very mad at you. Alright, check out this amazing blue human wizard, which is pretty much the greatest subtype combination in the history of the game, Sage of Hours. It's not even double blue, you guys. Now, the artwork's a little bit off-putting. Some people see it and they're like, why is that guy at a children's section at a water park? Why doesn't he go down the adult water slides? But if you can get past that, oh my gosh, they use the two magic words, extra turn. And if it wasn't for phrasing, it would be plural, which is even better. So let's read it, okay? Whenever you cast a spell that targets Sage of Hours, put a 1/1 counter on it. Heroic. Heroic, of course, was a fantastic mechanic. And he also has an activated ability that states, remove all 1/1 counters from Sage of Hours, for each 5 counters removed this way, take an extra turn after this one. Now, after hearing that, you're probably immediately thinking, let me stop you right there. Let's start with Illusionist Bracers. Whenever an ability of equipped creature is activated, if it isn't a mana ability, copy that ability. You may choose new targets for the ability. And then there's Rings of Brighthearth. Whenever you activate an ability, if it isn't a mana ability, you may pay 2. If you do, copy that ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. Okay, those are the two obvious ones. What about Blessings of Nature? Distribute 4 1/1 counters among any number of target creatures with Miracle 1. Not bad, but I think we could do better. There's, of course, Evolutionary Escalation, which is legal in almost no format, but I had to throw it in here. At the beginning of your upkeep, you know, that upkeep phase that happens every turn, put 3 1/1 counters on target creature you control, and of course 3 1/1 counters on target creature an opponent controls, and if you don't have 2 valid targets, then you can't actually, or I believe they say the triggered ability is removed from the stack. That is the exact wording. So you could dump 3 counters onto him every turn as long as your opponent has a creature on the field. Very interesting, not bad for 2 mana. Then we've got Evolution Vat. You pay 3, tap it, tap target creature, and put a 1/1 counter on it until the end of turn. Oh my gosh. That creature gains, pay 4, double the number of 1/1 counters on this creature. What? You know what else is fun? Hardened Scales. If 1 or more +1/+1 counters would be placed on target or on a creature you control, that many +1/+1/+1 counters are placed on it instead. There's a better way to word that, but you guys get it. Then there's Solidarity of Heroes, which is an amazing card, especially with Heroic, and it was legal when Heroic was legal. It costs 2 more to cast for each target beyond the first. Okay, great. Well, you only really need to target Sage of Hours. And then you choose any number of target creatures, double the number of +1/+1 counters on them. That first part is kind of redundant with Strive, but basically just double the number of 1/1 counters on Sage of Hours. Not bad for 2 mana. You know what else I like? Verdurous Gearhulk. Hey, when it enters battlefield, distribute 4 1/1 counters among any number of target creatures you control. All you would need is this Hardened Scales and a flicker ability, like a recurring flicker that happens during your upkeep, or anything that dumps a counter onto Sage of Hours during your upkeep. I mean, it's a little bit difficult to go infinite, but oh my gosh, is it easy to get like 50 counters on him. There are cards that just outright take mana and convert it to counters and drop it on a creature. Now this would go in a bit of an all-in deck, but I mean the Heroic is amazing because just any spell automatically just add a counter to it. You could also do something which like drops counters on your own creatures whenever you hit and then make sure that you could hit with something like Drana. I mean there's just so many possibilities. I don't like, all-in decks, like, replace him with Willbreaker, and I don't really like it where you could, like, recurringly steal every creature that they bring out, but you have to kind of really hope that they don't destroy or counter the summoning of Willbreaker. But still, infinite turns, guys, this is so funny. So if you want to get up to some massively degenerate shenanigans and take multiple turns in a row, this is the card for you. And also, if you just happen to be playing like a blue-green deck, I guess maybe Explore, but that might be a bit of a long shot. And it's just a counter deck, I mean, throw them in. Just as like a long shot. I mean, if you're just like double counters, oh, strength of the Tijuru, and then this and that, and when this dies and when this happens, more counters, yay, counters for everybody. Why not throw him in, see if you can get some bonus turns out of it, and you might actually even accidentally go infinite with this guy. So hey, if 1/1 counters are one of your favorite mechanics, this is definitely a card to look at. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.